Okay, Brandel, thanks for talking to us. Obviously, we're here in stunning Ireland. I mean, the conditions are amazing. Just talk to us about the week ahead and how much you're looking forward to playing.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. I've only been to Ireland one previous time. A good friend of mine, I think in 1999, after the Masters, as a matter of fact, he reached out and said, "Look, you're taking golf way too serious. You got to reconnect with the essence of the game of golf." So he planned this beautiful trip to come over here. And first of all, the golf is spectacular. I mean, if it's not some of, it's certainly one of the best places in the world to play golf. Maybe the best place in the world to play golf. But I found the people to be incredibly accommodating, funny, delightful to be around. So when Paul brought up the subject of me playing in this event, I had hardly played any golf really for a period of time. But I also knew that my wife and I were traveling over to Scotland for about a month in preparation for the Open Championship. I'm going to stay after, so I was going to play a fair bit of golf over there. So I thought, maybe I'll be able to chip away the rust a little bit and come over. And when Paul told me that it was benefiting his foundation, of course, it made the decision a whole lot easier. So looking forward to golf, looking forward to the people. Obviously, my wife came over here with me. She's going to play in the Pro-Am, so should be a wonderful week.
Does it excite you playing as much as it did when you were younger as well?
It does. Look, the joy of competing never goes away. Obviously, it's pretty low on my priority list now. I'm competing in another way.
Yeah.
I go on TV every night and I think, well, I'm a half a second away from saying something very foolish. So let's try to mitigate that to whatever extent I can. So that has its own sort of adrenaline rush. Golf, look, I'm under no false pretenses. I know how good these players are out here, and I know how hard they work at it. And to compete at this level, you have to work at it all day, every single day. I'm not going to come out and beat Bernard Langer or Scott McCarron or Miguel Angel Jimenez for crying out loud. But my game's not as rusty as it was a month and a half ago. So maybe I'll play a good round here or two.
Talk to us about how the invite came about as well with Paul McGinley. You're obviously quite good friends.
Yeah, look, I've really enjoyed working with Paul. I've been a fan of his for forever. We'd worked a few years ago at a President's Cup or two, but I just admired the way he's handled himself in the game of golf. I admired certainly what he did at the Ryder Cup, his playing record and all that. But getting to know him as he's come and worked with the Golf Channel on our live from shows at major championships, it's hard to be around Paul and not be a fan of his. He's incredibly bright, but he's also very socially aware, pays attention to everybody, treats everybody with great respect. He just checks a lot of boxes. So when Paul brought this up, I thought, well, yeah, I thought I was going to be in this neck of the woods anyway. As I said, my wife and I were over in the UK for 5 weeks. So either way, whether I was coming from the States or the UK, I happened to be off this week. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I work every single playoff event, but I just happened to be off this week. So I knew that it fit in my schedule, and all I had to do was get on a plane and get over here. So very happy to be here, happy to support Paul and his foundation, happy to play on the Legends Tour. I've been a big fan of the European Tour for ages, but in particular over the last, 5, 6, 7 years, their social media is off the charts, entertains me. I think it's great for golf. I think some of the things that the European Tour is doing in the game of golf are spectacular. So big fan, and now there's an alliance with the PGA Tour. Makes it even easier to get over here and be a part of this tour. And I'm grateful that they've given me a spot.
Talk to us about your preparations as well. I know you said that you played in 14 different courses in Scotland.
I
so
did.
It's quite similar here in Ireland as well. So you have been, the preparations have been quite good for you then.
It is, as I said, if it's some of, if not the best golf in the world, Ireland, Scotland, these great links golf courses. When I went over to Scotland, I was very rusty, but we got over there 10 days before the Open, played almost every day. After the Open, I played for another 2 weeks over there, the best courses in the world. So as those weeks went on, as I played round after round, I got a little less rusty. My body started moving a little bit, started picking up a little bit of speed here and there. So last week I was working the FedEx St. Jude Championship, not able to play a lot of golf, but this is a great day to chip away at some of the rust. My wife and I are going to come out here and play a practice round, and hopefully I'll play okay. But you never know in this game; it can be pretty cruel.
Would you say you're confident then, or?
I'd say, well, it was funny, when Paul invited me, I was like, ordinarily when I go play in these events, I think I'm pretty assured of getting low commentator, but not with Paul in the field. So, and then Paul's son's playing, Killian, I think he's playing as well. And Paul was like, listen, we can't let my son beat both of us. So you gotta hold up your end of the bargain. So, and I met his son last night. He sounds like a very talented, sharp young man. So, but yeah, look, I'm under no pretenses that I'm here to win. I'm here to have a good time, support Paul, hopefully play a bit of good golf, meet some nice people, and enjoy the Legends Tour.
And just talk to us about the course as well. I know you've just arrived, but I mean the scenery behind you is quite incredible, actually, isn't it? It's talk to us about playing in Ireland and also in Rossapena as well.
Yeah, look, the last time I was here, I did the Ring of Kerry. We played Lahinch and Tralee and Waterville and Old Head and Ballybunion, and so we played a Dare-Man. And I left here again, and I just thought the golf was off the charts. Paul had sent me pictures of this golf course, so I've done a bit of research. It speaks for itself. Obviously, the hotel is off the charts. I mean, we got in last night, served us a great meal, great hospitality. We're right on the ocean. Paul told me he grew up here. Now I understand why he grew up here. I'm really excited to get out and see the golf course. Everybody said last night that it was playing firm and fast, just like you'd like a links golf course. In spite of the rainy forecast that we have, I think the golf course is firm enough, as I'm feeling it under my feet right now, that it'll stand up for the week. So nothing better than a good, hard, firm links golf course. And it looks absolutely spectacular. You guys are so fortunate if you get to play these golf courses in Scotland and here in Ireland. So I'm really excited to get out here and sink my teeth into this golf course.
Well, thank you, Brandel, and I wish you all the best for the rest of the week. Thank you.
Thank you, Lewis. Thank you so much for having me.
Perfect.